All right, good day, everybody. Just wanted to go over the nitrogen cycle of my saltwater tank. This is the follow-up video to the one I posted the other day. And we're going to kind of go over the nitrogen cycle and the tank real quick. So, as we know, I was having my spike, my ammonia spike, which I was fully expected. And like I told you, if you get if you're coming from freshwater to saltwater, all you need is your freshwater test kit. This is API, plus downloading the saltwater card, which I've done here. You can see I've actually labeled it salt and fresh. Do a quick full test on you. Your pH is 8.2 on this tank. Nitrite, nitrate, and ammonia are all 0. Let me hit the flashlight on those real quick. All 0. I knew that would happen. I was expecting it, and actually very happy when it did. Going over the tank real quick, let's talk about how I keep it that way. First, feeding. The clowns get fed every other day, and I'm target feeding to them. Basically take tweezers, put it in there. What they eat in 5 minutes, or when they decide they're done eating, is when I stop feeding. Corals are getting fed once a week, and that's very, very minimal feed. I mean, just a spot feed. Duncan gets fed daily. Duncan, I discovered he likes shrimp pellets. I dropped some in there for my shrimp, and he ate one, so I was like, okay, if he's going to eat it, I'm going to feed it to him. Why not? Urchin, I'm going to tell you right now, I wish they had these for freshwater, because that is the best cleaner I've ever had. If there's any kind of algae on this tank, he's on it. I had a spot on the front glass yesterday, and I watched him go over to it. It was gone within an hour. So if you're going to get a saltwater tank, or if you've got one, get an urchin. This is a orange cleaner urchin. Absolutely wonderful. And as you can also see, the snails have done their job to a large degree. Starting to actually see everything coming together. The glass is on and fit nicely. I may do a little modification on it just to make it easier to flip the back. And I'll show you how I do that. It's, well, basically fresh water. There's the clip. I'll just put that on there and it'll be done. All right, filtration for this tank. All right, let's start with caddy number 1. On the top is just a filter pad, followed by activated charcoal pad, 2 ammonia pads, 2 nitrate and phosphate pads. Go back in there nicely. We have Purigen, and down in the bottom, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, there's Matrix down there. Coming over to the other one. Again, we have your standard filter pad up top. The charcoal pad. We have more charcoal, Purigen, and phosphate. And that's it. What I've been finding out with a month up is I got to change the pads about every 2 weeks because they start clogging up, which is great. It's quick and easy. I've got pads cut already to size that will fit right in there. So pull them in, pop them out, you're done. The ammonia pads are still working, as are the other ones. I'm going to do a little bit more testing than I wanted to up front, but I'm just curious to how long these pads will last. And we'll get that information. Once I do, then I'll know about how often I'm going to have to reorder pads, how often I'm going to have to change them. But I'm going to let them go until I see something going on those tests that says, hey, time to change. So, pretty simple. Technology's come a long ways. The filter pads make it easier. Those caddies, the in-tank sump, just everything is making life so much easier to do. If you're looking to get into salt water, you're going to spend a little bit of money for a setup like this. Somewhere in the neighborhood, depending on what kind of deals you can make, sales, everything else, close to $1,000. That's about what's in there. That's not including livestock. But if you want to do it, it's very obtainable water-wise. 1 month update, might as well talk about it. Let's see here. All right, RO. Yeah, you can see it. There you go. It's still there. Not even a full gallon used, and since I put those lids on, I'm barely using any at all. There's a little bit of evaporation out the back, but in a month I haven't even used a full gallon of RODI water to top off. Remember, in a saltwater tank you don't add salt when the water evaporates, just the RODI water. Probably make up some salt this weekend and go ahead and do a quick water change. Even though it's not showing it needs it, the corals can always use it. Same with my freshwater tanks. I do the water changes really so I'm doing something in the tank, and it gives me a little bit more intimate knowledge of what's going on in there. Other than that, everything's doing great. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below and I'll get to you. Have a great day, and you can do this at home, as they say.